What do you think? Can Tokyo Revengers be a masterpiece? Well, let's see what you say after watching this video. Hello everyone, we are the Opinionated Morons, and here's what we have to say about this new anime and the ongoing manga. Mind you, there will be a lot of spoilers in this video, so keeping that in mind, let's begin. Talking about Tokyo Revengers, it's a sci-fi supernatural thriller anime that started last month, quite similar to the likes of Erased and Steins Gate, that are amazing shows on their own and are quite popular because of their approach towards the phenomenon of time travel. But Tokyo Revengers takes it to the next level. We were really hyped about the anime and it didn't disappoint. With all the time travel, the amazing characters, the cliffhangers, it was getting unbearable to wait for the anime. So we did what everyone should do. We read the manga. And to be honest, it was a great decision. Tokyo Revengers, written by Ken Wakui, follows the story of a guy named Hanagaki Takemichi who, after dying in a sudden accident, finds himself 12 years back in middle school. But was it a sudden accident? Takemichi finds himself in a situation where he has to change the past in order to save his first and last girlfriend, Hinata Tachibana. Still quite similar to Erased, right? Wait until you hear about the first and one of the most important arcs of the manga, the Bloody Halloween. Again, spoiler alert. The arc introduces a lot of new characters like Baji, Hanma, Chifuyu, and Kazutoru Hanemiya, which are going to play a really important role in the whole story. The arc starts right after the fight between Mobius and Toman, where Kiyomasa tries to kill Reiken. Hanma is introduced as a member of a new organization known as Valhalla, which was helping Mobius to kill Reiken. Takemichi ends up saving Reiken and Mobius loses the fight. Takemichi goes back to the future to see if he was able to make a change this time. But the future was even worse. Hina was alive but then killed right in front of his eyes, and that too by Akun, one Kisiki's daughter. Reiken is on death row for murder and Mikey nowhere to be found. That leaves Takemichi with no choice but to go back and to find out what exactly happened. Coming back, Takemichi finds himself at a meeting of Toman where Mikey announces that Kiseki is going to be joining Toman with the rest of the Mobius members. Now Kiseki is one of the main negative elements of the whole series. Takemichi, knowing the future, goes ahead and punches Kiseki without thinking twice. That's where our GOAT character comes in, Baji. Baji is going to be one of the most important characters in the whole series, impacting almost everyone in some ways. Baji comes in and punches Takemichi for interrupting the meeting and announces that he'll be leaving Toman to join Valhalla. Later, we get to know that Baji is actually a childhood friend of Mikey and a founding member of Toman, and that Mikey actually wants Baji back. So, what made Baji take the decision of leaving Toman? Being Mikey's childhood friend, shouldn't he stay alongside Mikey and help him achieve his goals? Did something happen between the two that caused that split? All these questions are answered later in the series. Moving on, an all-out war begins between Toman and Valhalla, which results in Takemichi becoming the captain of Toman's first division. Now what do you think would have happened to lead up to this? All we can say is the arc added a lot of emotional elements to the whole sci-fi thriller story and screams to us that they are just kids. Even though they are strong, even though they know how life works, they are just 14-15-year-old kids who don't really know how to acknowledge their emotions, who don't really know how to not get manipulated by others. It's not just a story about time travel, gang wars, and cool stuff. It's also a story about friendship, brotherhood, love, suffering, and sacrifice. Don't sleep on this anime thinking, oh, it's just a story about time travel. It's so much more than that. Now, I really liked Erased because how determined its protagonist was on saving everyone until the end. And though we know that Takemichi is a bit irritating and stupid and basically a crybaby, but there is one thing that he does the best: never giving up. Every time he falls, he stands right back up. And you will see that in the upcoming episodes and the manga chapters, that raw strength is not everything. Your will matters the most. Now we think that the first season will most probably end till where we just told you. The manga has an immense amount of detail, and if they adapt the anime just as it is, without trying to cut it short, then it can surpass many well-established animes in no time. We'll suggest you to go ahead and read the manga because it's too good. But if you want to wait for the anime, you can catch it on Muse Asia's YouTube channel every Saturday. So, let me ask you again. What do you think? Can Tokyo Revengers be a masterpiece? Do tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe to our